Good morning. I am Aher Alkaruidas from RBNB College, Srampur. Now we study the chapter gravitation. In this chapter we study the variation of acceleration due to gravity with altitude. Altitude means the height. Now we have find the expression for GH, that is GH is equal to, we have the equation GH is equal to G into R square divided by R plus H bracket square, where G is the acceleration due to gravity at height h at altitude. G is the acceleration due to gravity on the earth's surface. R is the radius of earth. R plus H is the radius of circular orbit. Now the acceleration due to gravity with altitude, it is GH is equal to G R square divided by R plus H bracket square. If we simplify this equation, we get G is equal to G into 1 minus 2H divided by R. If we simplify this equation, we get GH is equal to G into 1 minus 2H divided by R. Now in this case, as height increases, altitude increases, that is, if the value of H increases, the value of GH decreases. That is, the height increases, value of acceleration due to gravity decreases. That is, we can say that the value of acceleration due to gravity, it is decreases as height increases. Now, the next, the variation of acceleration due to gravity with depth. We have the acceleration due to gravity with depth, GD is equal to G into R minus D divided by R, and which can be written as G is equal to, in this case it is R divided by R divided by R. Now in this case, that is, suppose we come or we go to the earth center, the value of D is equal to R, acceleration due to gravity is 0. That is, if we substitute, that is, we can simplify this equation, that is G into 1 minus D divided by R, If D is equal to R, suppose we substitute here R, then it becomes 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. That is, at the center of earth, acceleration due to gravity is 0. At the center of earth, acceleration due to gravity, that is GD is equal to 0. Now there is mass, the object having mass m, but the force acting at the center, it is 0. Now we consider the functions. Now here the function here GH is equal to G into R square divided by R square. Now in this case, GR square and this GH is inversely proportional to R square, Now in this case we consider the function GD, it is equal to G into R divided by R, or we can write G divided by R into R. We can say that this GD is directly proportional to R. That is, acceleration due to gravity is directly proportional to R, and graphically these functions can be denoted by graphically, that is, graphically the variation of acceleration due to gravity according to depth and height. Now in this case, we consider the values of G on the y-axis and values of the distances, that is depth, it is towards depth and it is towards height. Consider a certain point, that is, suppose we consider the depth initially. The depth the depth, the acceleration due to gravity, that is, it is directly proportional to distance, that is r, radius of that cell, that is, acceleration due to gravity is directly proportional to r. This graph indicates that is g is directly proportional to r, g is directly proportional to r, that is, it is straight line, it is straight line passing through origin, passing through origin. This indicates that at the center of earth, that is, the value of r decreases here, and O denotes the center of earth. At the center of earth, the acceleration due to gravity, it is 0. Now this is the surface of earth, this is the surface of earth, acceleration due to gravity at the surface, it is maximum. From the graph we concluded three things. Now in this case, see, the acceleration due to gravity, the acceleration due to gravity is directly proportional to r. The graph is straight line passing through origin. It indicates the center of this graph, or the graph starts from the center of earth, and here acceleration of gravity is 0. Then see, the acceleration due to gravity is decreases as we goes to the depth, as we goes to the depth, and lastly at the center it is 0, at the center it is 0. Now see the next case, that is variation of the acceleration due to gravity at altitude, that is height h. In this case, this acceleration due to gravity is inversely proportional to r square, and nature of the graph is like this. This is the r square, that is the function of inversely proportional to r square. That is, in this case, this is the position of acceleration of gravity outside the earth. That is, as we goes to height h, the value of g decreases, and it is graphically shown by this graph. Now in this case, we can say that firstly, acceleration due to gravity at the surface of earth is maximum. At the surface of earth, it is maximum. This is r, that is, there is a surface of earth. From this graph, we can say that value of acceleration due to gravity at the surface of earth, it is maximum. Now as we goes to depth, that is toward depth, the g is decreases, and lastly at the center it is 0. Now again, when we goes to the height, as height increases, the acceleration due to gravity is decreases. This is the graphical representation of acceleration due to gravity according to depth and height. Now we consider the variation in gravitational acceleration with latitude and rotation of the earth. What is the latitude? Latitude means the angle. This angle indicates the latitude. Now see, the earth rotates from east to west. This is the equator. This is the equator. Now this is the plane. Consider any mass situated at a point P, and this is the radius r, this is the radius r. This angle made by these two radius, it is called as latitude. It is called as latitude. Here theta is called as latitude. Theta is latitude. At the point P, that is at the latitude, angle is theta. Now at this point, the earth rotates east to west. The earth rotates east to west. All particles on the earth's surface rotate about its axis from east to west. Now here consider a particle of mass m situated at a point P, and the radius from the axis of rotation, it is r. Now in this case, we consider the acceleration. In this case, we consider cos theta. cos theta is equal to, consider this triangle OP, O dash. Consider triangle OPO dash. In this triangle, that is OPO dash, in this triangle, this is angle theta. By geometry, this angle and this angle is equal. Cos theta is equal to, now we find this side, that is cos theta is equal to R divided by R. This is the radius of this path, this is the radius of earth. Now particle from here rotates about the earth with radius R, and from figure we can say that cos theta is equal to R divided by R. R is equal to, therefore R is equal to R cos theta. Now in this case, again we consider, suppose AR is the component of acceleration. It is the component of acceleration. Centripetal acceleration acting on this point, and the centripetal acceleration is centripetal acceleration is equal to R omega square. The centripetal force, centripetal acceleration acting this point, and which is given by R omega square. Substitute the value of R here, that is R is equal to R cos theta, that is R omega square cos theta. Now in this case, this is the centripetal acceleration or radial acceleration, it is towards center, and which is the component of acceleration which is given by A cos theta. Substitute the value of A, in this case we get R omega square cos theta into cos theta. We get the equation AR is equal to R omega square cos square theta. Then this is the centripetal acceleration AR. In this case, this is the centripetal acceleration, it is towards center, and G is in the outward side, that is effective force is equal to, we can write the effective force, that is, it is mg dash is equal to centripetal acceleration, that is mg minus AR. That is in this figure, see, this is the effective here, the effective acceleration, it is in the downward direction, it is in the upward direction, that is effective magnitude of the force, it is mg dash is equal to mg minus AR. Substitute the value, it is this is the force m into R omega square cos square theta. Effective force is equal to mg minus R omega square cos square theta. Gets cancelled, we get G dash is equal to G minus R omega square cos square theta. This is called as effective acceleration due to gravity. Now we can write G minus G dash is equal to, or G minus G dash, we get it is R omega square cos square theta, and it is called as reduction factor. Now consider two cases. The first case, that is theta is equal to 0. That is, see here theta is equal to 0. the cos theta, the particle is at equator. That is, we can say that at equator, theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is equal to 1. Cos 0 is equal to 1, we get g minus g dash is equal to r omega square, If we calculate this value, it becomes 3380 meter per second square. This is the reduction factor. Now the acceleration due to gravity on the, that is, this is the reduction factor and it is 0.3380 meter per second square. Now we consider the second case. If theta is equal to 90, see in this figure theta is equal to 90 here. That is, at pole we get, at pole theta is equal to 90, cos theta is equal to, cos 90 is equal to 0. Cos 90 is equal to 0. We substitute, that is g minus g dash is equal to r cos, that is, this is the value 0. That is, g dash is equal to g. At the equator, value of g is maximum. At the equator, value of g is maximum here. That is, we can say that as we go above the earth's surface at height h, g decreases. As we go towards the depth, g is decreases. On the earth's surface, g is maximum and g varies from equator to pole. That is, if we go from equator to pole, the value of g, it is increases, and at pole it is maximum. Thank you.